Good morning, Chesaning High School. These are your student announcements for Tuesday, November 1st, 2016. My name is Hayden.
And I am Dylan. Happy birthday to the following who have a birthday today.
Jocelyn Hensel.
And Cole Higley.
FFA Trap Shoot is Friday, November 4th at 7 p.m. at the Brant Gun Club. Sign up in the Ag Room.
Competitive cheer tryout schedule is as follows. Tuesday, November 8th from 3:15 to 5:30. Wednesday, November 9th from 3:15 to 5:30. Practice will be Thursday, November 10th from 3:15 to 5:30. And Friday, November 11th from 3:15 to 5:30.
Hey, you should check out this FFA pumpkin carving clip.
Cena Book Club members, don't forget our meeting Wednesday after school in the Media Center to discuss Denton's Little Death Day. New members and curious looky-loos are always welcome to attend our meetings.
Welcome to the Political View with Mr. Smith. Over this week, we're going to take a look at each of the four major candidates. We're starting today with a candidate, or not. This isn't Jill Stein. Obviously, this is Brooke. Brooke has joined me to discuss the Stein campaign's perspective on several questions, and so today we're going to start with the Stein campaign. Then we're going to look into Johnson tomorrow, Trump, and then we'll round off the week with Clinton. So let's dive into it with the Stein's perspective on trust in the American government. Okay, we've had a lot of mistrust in the American government for the last 40, 50 years, ever since Vietnam. It just seems to be getting worse. How's the Stein campaign going to deal with this?
Well, to mend the relationship between the American people and our federal government, there needs to be an understanding of who we are, what needs to get done, and we just need to come together as a people. Jill Stein is the only candidate that actually has the freedom to stand up for what the American people want. It's about building and adapting for the future. You know, we had great things in our founding, and we need to protect our rights and make sure we have equality for everyone.
All right, excellent. And so once we get that trust, one of the, since a lot of the mistrust has stemmed from military action, I think that people would all be curious to know what you plan to do with the war on terror. We've been fighting this war for 15 years. Are we going to expand the war on terror? Where's the front lines? What are we going to do with it?
Well, the war on terror has been a complete disaster. Being in Iraq and Afghanistan is just a symbol. We've been there too long. A war on terror, it just doesn't end, okay? And there are people right now in the United States causing terror, and that's where our front line should be focused, right here at home, because all that money going over there, it's being wasted.
All right, so, and with the money, obviously, we're spending a lot of money. We spend more money on our military than the next 7 countries combined. So do you see this budget as being appropriate? Do we need to cut it back? Are you going to expand it? I mean, some of the candidates have talked about needing to spend more money on the military. What are your perspectives on that?
Well, Stein plans on cutting spending by at least 50% and closing 700 plus of the foreign military bases. The campaign will end the U.S.'s role as the world's arms supplier and end the destructive U.S. economic and military intervention into the affairs of sovereign nations and families like the Saudi royal family.
All right, excellent. So for our next question, we'd like to look into student loan debt. Okay, so this is a major issue for the students in our audience. They want to know, okay, is this going to keep ballooning? What's the federal government going to do about it? Is it your role as the federal government? What's the Stein campaign going to do?
Well, Public education must be free. Just as high school education was essential for a young person in the 20th century, we need higher education now. It should be provided for free. You know, the federal government should be funding this. If they can find a way to bail out Wall Street, they can find a way to pay for our future. It's what it is. It's the future of America. And we need to abolish student loan debt to get a free generation of Americans from debt servitude, guarantee tuition-free, world-class public education from preschool all the way up to university.
Okay, all right. So free schooling, government pays for it. We're going to pay for Wall Street. We'll pay for I don't know what you call the Ivy Tower. We'll pay for the Ivy Tower too. There you go. All right. So along those lines, people that don't get college degrees often end up in poverty. So we've got a war on poverty. We've been waging that about the last 50 years as well. What will Jill Stein do as president with the war on poverty?
To end poverty, we need to guarantee economic human rights, including access to food, water, all your essentials for living, all your utilities. And with effective anti-poverty programs to ensure every American has a life of dignity. There needs to be a rise in the minimum wage up to $15 an hour. And we need to replace the unemployment offices with employment offices. The government would be the employer of last resort, but in honoring these rights, we will create a basis for a new economy and an economy here that is stable and not vulnerable to speculation.
All right, excellent. And just obviously, we're kind of running a little short on time here. It's a big question, but if you could just in brief, what does the Stein campaign want to do with health care? Are we going to repeal Obamacare, expand Obamacare?
Well, many have seen Obamacare as a step backwards, and it should be repealed. And many people don't understand how bad a health care system is until you get sick, and that's what they realized with this. And so, yes, it will be changed to a single payer, so no one loses insurance when they change jobs, and health care dollars will be spent on better health care.
All right, excellent. Nice, concise answer. So let's if you could just leave our audience with a 1 to 2 sentence explanation of why Jill Stein.
Jill Stein is a candidate for the people. She wants free schooling, and she wants to make sure that everyone in America is treated how they should be treated, and our money is going towards what it should be going towards. And she is she's the best candidate out there for the people.
All righty, thank you very much.
Attention, all student athletes. Just a reminder, if you plan to participate in a winter sport, you must have a sports physical on file with the athletic office. You will not be allowed to begin the first day of practice if you have not turned one in. If you have any questions, please contact the athletic office.
There will be an informational meeting for the Robotics Club on Tuesday, November 1st after school in Mr. Kuhn's room. All are welcome.
And the lunch menu for today is
Barbecue pork sliders or tacos served with potato coins, refried beans, and cantaloupe.
can't get enough of that cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.